So today I got a request to do a video on how to contour and highlight your face. But I also wanted to share with you guys real quick. In the mail today, I got my new hair extensions and I am in love. They are so soft. They are 23 inches long, so they're super, super long. They go down to about my belly button and I just love them. They match my hair color perfect now, because I was having some issues with my other ones because they were lighter than my, the blonde that I have in my natural hair. So I purchased one shade darker and they're perfect. I love them. They cut them perfectly so when you put them in, they kind of look layered. So I wanted to share the brand with you guys. I use Highlite extensions, and I hope I'm saying that right. It's S-Noilite. The tag looks like this. They are 100% synthetic extensions. Just be careful when you buy synthetic extensions. You want to buy a good brand because you don't want it to look really, really fake. So these look really natural. I'm super, super happy. You can curl them. You can straighten them. I'm just absolutely in love. And I found that I was only wearing human hair extensions for a while. And I realized, over time, I only found that they would last me, maybe 3 to 4 to 5 months-ish, because, the flat ironing and the curling, even when you use a heat protectant, since it's natural hair, it's still going to get split ends, it's still going to break. So I was having, so many issues with it. So I was like, okay, so I did, my research and looked for, good synthetic hair extensions that looked like real human hair. So this is the second set of extensions that I have purchased from this brand, and I couldn't be happier. They are just perfect. So I wanted to share that with you guys. If you want to check them out, it is Highlite, I guess, S-Noilite. Check them out. Their extensions are really, really nice, and I believe they only come in 2 sizes, 17-inch and 23-inch. So, they are long, but you can cut them yourself, or you can always take them to a beauty shop to have them cut for you. So, but yeah, this is my new hair. I'm super in love. I'm super happy. So definitely check them out if you're looking to get some new extensions or to try synthetic extensions. I promise you they are extremely good quality and they're extremely inexpensive. When I say inexpensive, I mean really, really inexpensive. I can't even tell you. So if you're interested in how much I spent or how to get to their website or the link that I used or anything, just message me. I'll be happy to hand it over to you so you can try it out yourself, because it is so worth it. So let's get started with contouring and highlighting your face. So I always wear a full face bronzer, and I have all of my makeup done today except for my contour and my highlights. So for my bronzer, I always use a shade darker of bronzer for my contour. So for my contour, I'm going to be using this bronzer right here. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. angled contour brush. Looks like this. Really nice brush. So I just kind of get that in there. And you can see it's on the brush. What you do is, or what I do, now I'm going to show you what works for me. You kind of have to play around with your face shape to try and figure out what contour and what highlight's going to work for you. There's a million different ways you can contour your face. You can contour your cheekbones, your jawline, around your forehead, and your nose. And I've even seen people contour their necks to make their neck look skinnier, and contour their collarbone so that it looks like their collarbone comes out more. So I've seen people contour like crazy. But I really only contour 2 places on my face. I contour my cheekbones because I like to have that angled in kind of look, and then I sometimes contour around my eyebrow section. So I'm going to do both of those today, and then I will show you how I highlight my face as well. So I always start with my cheekbones, and to contour my cheekbones, I usually make the fishy face. I go like that, and it creates this crease that follows along your cheekbone, and you can follow that to create your contour. So the next thing to remember when you contour is you don't want this long line. You don't want it to ever come anywhere near your nose line. You want to keep it towards the back of your face. At least for me, like I said, I'm doing what works for me. Play around with it, see what works for you. But I like to keep my contour towards the back of my face. And I like to do, like, I take my index finger and I go from, like, the middle of my knuckle up. Oh, I broke a nail, guys. Ignore my nail. But I go from, like, the middle of my finger up. So I know that, like, I only want my contour to be, like, that long. So I've been contouring my face for, like, ever. So I kind of know exactly where to start. But I will show you the fishy face and how to do it. So you make the fishy face. You make the fishy face. You make the fishy face, and then you contour towards the back. So you don't want to just brush on with like a line. You want to kind of go in circular motions to kind of blend it out, and that'll make it look more of like a shadow instead of like a line. So make your fishy face, and then you just go in, and I'm going in with circular motions, keeping it more held towards the back of my face, and just kind of blending it out. I usually do 2 to 3 coats. I don't have the bronzer on my face too dark today, so I'm probably only going to need 2. So I just dipped my brush again in the bronzer, and I'm just going on that same spot, and I'm blending it out. Circular motions. You can use little circles if you want, or you can do like the big ones, kind of like what I'm doing. Okay, and you can see it creates like a dark shadow. So if you look at my face, hopefully you can tell that this side kind of angles in more and this one doesn't. So whatever you do to one side, you want to do the exact same to the other. And then you contour. And it's just really important to not go too forward. I mean, if you really want it to look like really pronounced and, you know, everything else, I guess bring it forward, you know, see what works on your face. But I always found that I like it more towards the back. I always apply my blush also after my contour, so you'll see how I apply my blush also. Okay, like that. So then what I do is I take like my big round poofy brush and I buff it out. And this will just get rid of like any harsh edges or anything, because you really just want it to look like a shadow. Okay, like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So that is what I have for my contour. And then I like to contour up kind of around my eyes to bring my eyes so that they look kind of closer together. So what I do is you kind of create like a little V almost, like towards the back of your hairline. Like keep it towards your hairline. And you rub it in back there, again with the circular motions. And then you kind of just bring it down. Like that. And this one I only do 1 coat. This is supposed to be really light, and you don't want to buff this one out. You want to just blend this out with your contour brush. Okay? Maybe you can see the difference, maybe you can't. I always feel like I can when I look in the mirror. Like right now I'm looking at myself and I just see like this side of my face looks so much thinner than this side of my face. So whatever you do to one side, always go ahead and just do it to the other. Circular motions. And again, the same thing with, the same rule applies with doing it around your eyes that it does doing it around your, or doing your cheekbones. You don't want to extend that line. Like that, when you contour around your eyes, you should stop in the middle of where you contoured your cheeks. Like that line should not extend at all. So, okay. So those are the only 2 places that I contour my face. To make your contour also look more pronounced and stuff, you can add your blush and your highlights. So I always do my blush first. And for my blush, I did my lips pretty pink today. So I'm going to go with this really pink color right here. And I'm just going to put that right, you want your blush to sit right above your contour line. So here's my contour line right here. I'm going to put my blush right above it. And again, I'm just kind of buffing that in, like really lightly. I don't ever really harshly put my brushes on my face. I'm always super, super light. So I'm just going to buff that right in. And you can wear as much or a little as blush as you want. Like it depends. I kind of found like when I like to go on date night or whatever, I like my cheeks to look extra rosy. But yeah, so you just buff that in. Okay. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then I always like to hit the blush on like the bridge of my nose, just a little bit. Okay. Last thing to do is to highlight. My highlighting process is a two-step process. Well, it's a two-step process right now for the products that I'm using because I'm using these two colors right here. But I would normally purchase the NYC highlight, but since I have this highlight, I figured why not use this and then purchase that later. So the first thing I do, it's kind of like a matte color and then it's like a shimmer color. So I do the matte one first, and I always highlight from like the middle of my eye up, like kind of going around my eye, and then I highlight the bridge of my nose, the middle of my forehead, and the middle of my chin. Highlight should go anywhere where sun or light would naturally hit you. So I'm just going to use like a really soft, super, super soft brush. This is one of my new ones from Christmas with the awesome glitter handle. So I'm going to go in first with this matte color. And what I'm going to do is, I'm kind of like really putting it on my brush, going from the middle of my eye up, so like this, kind of like a back and forth motion, and really work that in. And I build that. I really build that color. Okay, like that. And then whatever you do to one side, you always go ahead and you do it to the other side. Hair is getting in my way. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the middle of my forehead. And I literally just do like a random spot. Okay, so middle of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, same place I put the blush, middle of my chin. Okay, next I do the shimmer. So I take the same brush and I'm just going into this shimmer highlight right here. And I work that in. I'm doing that. I do like one coat of the shimmer because I don't want it to be super shimmery. The shimmer just kind of catches light, which is what you want. Okay. Then what I do is I take my big poofy brush and be super like super gentle when you do this. Like, I barely let the brush touch my skin. I just go across my cheek once. And this will just blend any harsh lines or outlines that could have gotten created. So, that's it. That's super easy. I only contour my cheekbones and around my eyes. And that's it. If you want to, you can go ahead and contour your jawline, and it'll just make your jaw look more pronounced and angled down. And you can also contour your nose, and it'll make your nose look thinner. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And I gave you the info for my hair extensions, so if you guys have any questions on them, please message me or contact me. I'll get right back to you, I promise, and let you know how to purchase them. They are really, really soft, really, really pretty. I'm in love. I'm so happy. Like, oh, I'm so happy. But yeah, that's how I contour and highlight my face. Like I said, what works for me doesn't always work for everybody else. So play around, see what, is going to work for you. Just remember that you should always use a shade darker of bronzer than you use on your face for your contour. You can even use the same bronzer. Like, if you want, you just have to build it up a little bit more then. But a shade darker, and then your highlight. I usually do a matte and then a glisten one, but you can also just purchase like an all-in-one highlight and you're good to go. So that's what I used. These two little things came in my Ulta beauty box that I got for Christmas. You know, you want to use a contour brush, obviously, a blush brush, and a highlight brush. Brushes are really important, but that's pretty much it. So that's how I contour and highlight my face. I hope you guys can see the difference. I do. Some people don't, but I think it makes a huge difference. So if it works for you, you should always do it. So that's why I do it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and please keep sharing my videos with your friends. I love seeing that. Check me out on Twitter, and I have all my links, my Pinterest and my Facebook on my channel as well. You can always catch me there. I'm literally on all day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.